Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm sharing my complete TAPMI MBA interview experience. Everything from when I reached and the document verification, written ability test, group discussion and personal interview. I'll also share my personal insights and some tips to help you prepare better. I know how nerve-wracking the process can be, so I'll just walk you through exactly what happened that day, how I felt, and what you can expect if you're appearing for TAPMI interview. So let's get started. I reached the venue around 9:30 a.m., which was the TAPMI Manipal campus itself. Initially, I did not see any students, only parents were sitting there in the waiting lobby, which made me a little nervous. I kept wondering where everyone was. So after waiting for a bit, I recognized some familiar faculty faces from the TAPMI website as well. The entire atmosphere was very pleasant. Right from the security staff to the faculties, they were very sweet people and had a very pleasant appearance as well. Since I wasn't sure what to do next, I asked a sir and he told me that I could wait in a waiting room. And when I entered, there were already around 20 people sitting inside, and 2 people were sitting there to verify their documents in the front desk. So I would just give an idea about what I wore. So what I wore was a black blazer, a white shirt inside, black pants and black shoes. So I wore a classic formal attire and most of the people were wearing similar things. Everybody had a white shirt on. There were people who had light blue shirts as well. There were barely anybody who wore a kurta or Indian formals. But yeah, I did find a few people who came in casual, like jeans and t-shirts. I mean, not t-shirt, but casual shirts. Maybe they did not have the time to change. They would have had a good reason. But it is clearly written on the mail that you have to be in formal attire. So if you don't have time, at least wear a formal shirt and a pant. Don't just go in checked, colorful casual shirts. That's what I felt. And for those who are wondering what to wear, formals are the safest option. Even if you don't have a blazer, that's okay. Stick to neutral, solid color shirt and pants. Iron your clothes well and wear comfortable footwear. Now I would discuss about the document verification and the briefing process. Since I was very early and my assigned slot was 11 a.m., I had to wait for a while. The document verification started at around 11 a.m., where we had to submit our application form, which we have to download from the website, and the entrance exam scores. So my entrance exam scores were CAT and NMAT. So I had to submit both of it, and they asked me which was my best score. Apart from that, we just had to show our original documents or your copy of it, which you have self-attested for cross-checking. So they will just cross-check it with your application form if your 10 score, 12 score, your work experience, everything is correct or not. It was a very quick process and it just took about 2 minutes. After the verification, Professor Gurudat sir, the academic chairman, I think, admissions chairman, he gave us a briefing. He started by congratulating people for making it to the interview and assured us that each process, that is the VAT, GD and PI, would be assessed individually. So even if one did not go well, it would not impact the others. He said that it would be assessed by different panels, I think. Maybe he just said this so that we won't worry too much if our VAT did not go well or if our GD did not go well. He did not want us to mess each section up because of one. At 12 p.m., we moved to the group discussion room where we were 10 candidates, each assigned a seat number from 1 to 10. So as soon as we entered, it was a round table with, numbers 1 to 10 written. And we sat down. We were given a rough sheet, which is an A4 sheet, and a fair sheet, which had 2 pages. And we were told that VAT and GD topics would be the same. So the time breakdown was as follows. We got 2 minutes to think and jot down points, followed by 10 minutes to write our response on the fair sheet. The topic for VAT and GD for my group was, should coding be made compulsory in schools? So my overall experience, I was not too happy with my written ability test. So initially only my pen stopped working. I had to ask them for a pen. So please carry a good pen. And I started writing. I felt I could have structured it better. I could have put better ideas on the paper. But I made sure to write clearly and present balanced arguments. Although I wouldn't say that, I wrote too well. I have a very small handwriting, so I could only fill up one page. I saw people had filled up all 2 pages, and I write pretty fast according to me, but still I was not able to fill 2 pages, probably because my handwriting is very, very tiny, and 10 minutes is very less to, write it in a very structured manner unless you're a very good writer. And as soon as the VAT was over, they took our papers and the group discussion started immediately. So you can keep the rough sheet on which you have jotted down your points in the first 2 minutes. Then whatever you have written during your VAT, that paper is taken away. And we had 10 minutes to discuss the same topic. Should coding be made compulsory in schools? So in the group discussion, what I noticed was some candidates could not even get a chance to speak, while some just repeated the same points. My experience, I managed to make 2 solid entries, which helped me, I felt confident after that. Then one tip is that don't wait too long to speak. Speak in a, audible voice. Don't be too soft. Even 2-3 strong points are better than just repeating the points that others have said. Unless you're completely unaware of the topic, I'd say try to bring in a new perspective. And if you feel like people are trying to make their points but they're not getting a chance, do say that, this person has not had a chance to speak. Let's hear him out. Or, don't be too polite. Be competitive, because you're, competing for a seat in a campus. Always feel that at least try to make one point. That's all I'm saying, because 10 people, 10 minutes, there were 12-14 people in some groups. So always make good use of the chance that you get to speak. Okay, then after GD, I was assigned a panel and had to wait outside the room for my turn for my personal interview. I entered the room. There were 3 panelists, all men, probably between 35 to 45 years old. As soon as I entered, I greeted them and they asked me to sit. And the first thing one of them said was, "So you applied for just one program, very focused, huh?" I smiled and said yes. The interview was completely based on my responses. So there was no grilling, no HR or behavioral questions, no questions related to my graduation or current affairs. They mainly asked about my background. So I started with my introduction and they asked few questions from my introduction. They asked me why do I want to join TAPMI. They asked me to give me 3 best reasons why I wanted to join TAPMI, what I was looking for in the program, how they will be able to cater to my needs. So the interview lasted for around 12 to 15 minutes and they asked me if I had any questions for them. So I asked them my questions and I felt feeling very positive and happy about the experience. It was a very smiley interview. I wouldn't say there was much of grilling. They did ask me questions I didn't know answers to. So I just told them, I'm sorry, I don't know the answer to that question. And they told me it's okay, no problem. So my final thoughts and advice would be that overall it was a very well organized and smooth process. Arrive on time. See, I arrived before time, but expect some waiting. Then stay calm. Each stage is assessed separately, and once your VAT starts, it's all a very smooth process. Everything gets done in about 30 minutes. And be confident in the GD and speak early. Speak early, as in try to speak first, second, third, or fourth. Try to speak during that time, because by the end there is not much time left, and everybody who did not get a chance to speak is trying to make their points. If you keep waiting, you might not even get a chance to speak. So at least be among the first 4 people to speak, so that you have spoken at least something and you are feeling okay. And if you have other points, if you get a chance, you can make it later. And in personal interview, be yourself. They just want to know you better. That's what I felt, at least. They tried to know a lot about my reason to join TAPMI, how I got interested in whatever I said in my intro and everything. That's it for my TAPMI interview experience. Followed by that, I was done by 1 p.m. and I had my Great Lakes interview at 2:30, so I attended that as well on the same day. And if you have any questions, you can drop it in the comments. I'll be happy to answer. If you want any in detail video, I can also upload that. So all the best to anybody who is having upcoming interviews. All I would say is stay calm, be confident. They are not there to grill you or rag you. Just go with an attitude that they are here to know why you want to do MBA and why do you want to do it from their college. Just stay calm, take your time. If you don't know the answer, ask them if you can have a minute to think and answer. Overall, I would say TAPMI interview experience was really good. Now the convert and all, I don't know anything about that, but overall it was a good experience, and I hope everyone else who is attending the interview has a good experience as well. Thank you.